Okay.
Okay, so we're live.
Still going, but yeah, it says the stream is live. Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, it's 10 a.m. in Europe now in summertime. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to our another productive Saturday. We begin with a code hour, as we do usually with XTechnology. Welcome, Andrew and Andrei and Denise. So Denise was last time with the NestJS project talking about tests, how to organize tests, if I'm not mistaken, and
The
Andrew
documentation.
is documentation. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember the REST API Swagger generation. That was a very cool plugin from NestJS community. So today we continue with the NestJS project configuration. Andrew, maybe you can give an introduction on this part.
Yeah. Sorry, I just had some technical issues with my monitor. Okay, sorry. Today, what we're gonna do? Oh, sorry, Alex. Could you repeat what you asked? Because at the moment I just had issues.
Yeah. So what's gonna be this part about, generally?
Well, yeah, this part about filling your database with data. So I just remember a moment when I first bought a flat, and we came into it with my wife, and it was completely empty, like just bricks. And we thought, oh, how many space we're gonna put ping pong table here. And after that we started to buy furniture and realized that it's actually was very small flat. It's about 42 square meters, and there were no space for ping pong table. What I'm talking about, when you see something empty, you can have false expectation. And the same is about your application. Then you work with UI, and this UI is empty. You think it's okay, but yet then you start filling in this fake data. You start feeling user experience which closer to real life, and you start understanding problems. Like you don't have space somewhere, you need to add the you need to fix your CSS and so on. So today we're gonna talk about filling the space with data.
Clear, thank you.
Yeah, and also, I think we can just jump into coding and see.
Yeah. Can you share your screen maybe, because right now it's only us, I think.
Yeah, shared. And here's our awesome main page about XTechnology. Okay, let's go to Eddie. By the way, Denise also implemented CEDAR's approach some time ago, and now I'm going to implement it a bit different. So, Denise, I'm waiting for comments from you during this section.
Just something interesting.
Yeah, so let's see what we have. We have currently one product entity, so we have products table. Let's check. Okay, and we have some products, and looks like they were created just for tests. And I'm gonna drop them. Okay, product entity. So what I want to use the same things which we already have in the project. So we have entities, and we have some services, and we have NestJS application, and I would like to insert records into tables, right, using the same things. So but I don't want it to be part of main application. So we have main application that we start our application, they start listening the port, and when it started, we can go to localhost and see how it works. But I don't want that part where we generate fake data is part of main application. So I'm going to create a separate endpoint for Nest application and call it seed. I'll just duplicate main.ts file. Come on. Oops. Not like this. Okay. Managed to copy file.
The idea is to fill a database with a fake data, or it's something else?
Yes, the idea is to fill database with fake data and have the way how you do it for so generally in the project. Of course, you can write just SQL script which will put data, but it's not useful. And just imagine that your application have 20 tables, and if you run SQL script and if you need to edit it, it can be a nightmare. So we want to do it more in more beautiful way, and we just want to run another Nest application which will fill your database with data.
Nice.
Okay, and else I will use some prepared code just to not write, just to not spend time on typing, and okay, let's go. Let's just replace it. So it's actually the same as main.ts. Almost. Because we create application as we do it here, but we don't want to listen anything. We just want to add some seed module, which will be responsible for seeding, and it will have seed service, because all our business logic should live inside service. And we just invoke a single method of this service, like seed. And that's it. That's all what we need. So let's just start implementing it. And as usual, if you need something in Nest, you create a module. And we're gonna create seed module. Seed module, yes.
Okay. We have a few comments already in the chat, by the way. Yeah, one is a big compliment to the stream and to the project itself, Andrew.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and the other one from Adita asking where can we find additional resources to learn Nest.js. I will post a link, I think, to this project, so maybe you can find our past streams in there, and also description of the whole project. Yeah, and you guys, what do you recommend to learn Nest.js in general? Sorry to interrupt, by the way.
Yeah, but right path to learn Nest.js is the official documentation, because in their official documentation they have step-by-step instruction how you start. So you just start from the beginning and use examples. And main thing here is just do practice. So just open your editor, copy paste this code, try it out, modify some things, and I think that this is the fastest way you start. So in this framework, it's
Yeah.
already cool.
Added to that, I tried learning Nest.js by official documentation, and actually it's quite a lot of information there, for sure. But I think the way of documentation is not super easy to learn, in my opinion. So I don't know if you have a same feeling about it or not.
I don't know, probably just I just haven't searched some courses for Nest.js beginners, because I just worked a lot with Node.js, and Nest was quite just a tool for me. So that's why official documentation was enough. But yeah, so I actually didn't have a great suggestion here. Denise, maybe you have experience how you started with Nest.
Yeah, I'm also start with official documentation, and it's fine for me. But I know that sometimes it's more easy to understand something by visual concept, for example, for videos. And I know that on official documentation, you also can find links to official video course. So maybe for someone, it will be more easy to understand all of these basic terms by video course.
Mm.
You can find links, or we can attach it in our
Right.
video.
And I think there are paid courses in from the official page, but yeah, it's a good start anyways.
Yeah, sure, but this course includes only like a basic information, and the price is not so high, huge.
Right. Thanks.
Okay, so let's come back to seeders. So we have an entry point, and the seed TS is like a main TS, and we have like a main module for seeding is the seed module. And if we compare it with our application, main module in our application is app module. So they are also quite similar. So first of all, we need to configure a connection to our database. And you see that it happens here. We just use TypeORM module and configure it for by using ORM config. And here I see that I already prepared seed ORM config. The only difference is the logging, because then you insert a lot of data. If you log everything, you'll just have huge output in your console, and you probably need only errors and warnings while seeding process. So, but it's actually the same as ORM config. There we specified driver and credentials to connect to database. So
And sorry, could you describe at previous tab, app model tab? Could you select app model tab?
app module, yeah.
And why we use for root method here in imports?
For root, so this method is just create connection to a database, because it's app module. It's our entry point to main application, and the TypeORM module for root just create connection which you use in other modules.
So if you have for root option, for root model method, so maybe we have other, do you know?
In TypeORM module, we have two static methods. It's for root and for feature. And for feature, we just specify a list of entities which we want to work this inside this module. So for example, in products module, we use TypeORM module, and we specify that we want to work this product. And this is just static methods of this module which create instance of this module. It's yeah.
So we're using for root to establish
Connection.
main connection, yeah, and for future to provide some entities models.
Yeah. So here we specify entities which we can use inside controllers. Because if we and service, if we don't specify it here, Nest will complain about it. So here you see that we use same entity, and on top level, on module level, we should specify all the dependencies. So Nest application understands what this module about, and it could use everything mentioned here inside controllers and providers. So this moment that you specify your dependencies, and it's I think one of the greatest things of Nest, like how it works is dependency injections. So this, yeah. Okay, let's go ahead. We working on our seed module. We specified how to connect to database, and we need to specify that we want to actually seed products. So we will use this entity as well. We didn't have controllers, but we will have providers. And first of all, we need the seed service. I'll just create seed service. And again, I just copy paste code to save some time. Wow, and clean it up a little bit. Just a moment. Okay. Let's keep it simple. Okay, great. So seed service, it not do much things. So we'll create seeders. So for every entity, we'll have a separate seeder. So for products, we'll have product seeder, and this seeder will encapsulate logic how to generate data for this table. And here. So in seed service, we will have list of seeders, and we'll have a special method seed. And what it does, it just go through all the seeders. Probably we can.
You're using a Bluebird here, and can we just replace it by some native methods?
Yeah, just Bluebird have this nice each method, which will invoke all your seeders one by one. So it will go through this array and do async operation. So it's actually the same as for each. Like if we write for each here, seeder, and need to sync, wait, seeder, seed. So it's something like this, but moving a async function inside for each is not a good idea. That's why I'm using each here. And here we use logger. By the way, interesting example how we use logger inside the Nest application. So we just define it here, and we pass class name. So all our log messages, they will have prefix with this class name. It's quite useful. We will see how it works a little bit later. But okay, it's our seed service, and we use it from seed module. Provider seed module. How we use it? Just a moment. Yeah, we need specify this provider seed service. Okay, and in our entry point, we just take this seed service, and we just invoke this method seed. And here we invoke method seed of all our seeders. So let's just actually create the first seeder for products table. And I call it products seeder TS. Okay, and I again will use some example. I have a lot. Seeders. And clean it up. Okay. So, oh, we have base class. Just a moment. Repeat. Okay. Okay, I'll explain everything in just a moment. Okay. First of all, let's start here. We create product seeder. Just forget about base class for now. And here we start getting profit from this approach because we can use the same things which we use in our application. So we just inject a product repository for our product entity, and we can use methods of it, like products create. Save. Let's actually insert.
Type at line 12.
Can be like this. Sorry, Denise, what you said?
You leave user repository type at line 12. Specify product here.
Okay, no users anymore because we don't have users. Set users, and we also have installed Bluebird. Bluebird is just a library for working with promises, which has some useful methods like map and each, which are not provided by native promises. Okay, great. So let's just push some data. So what's happening here? We just create an array with data, and we'll put some data for our product here, and we will insert it into our products table. Simple. Let's just use some values. So what we have in our product entity? So in product entity, we have ID, name, description, and price. Okay, that's simple. Name, test name, description, test description, price, 100. I think that at the moment where we need to try it first time. Just run it. Okay, don't need it. Module. Come on, module. Why it's hidden module? Import module from this.
And could you return to seed service?
Seed service, yeah. Oh, so there's. Okay, we need to inject our product seeder here, else it will not work, and we just put it into. It's not users, it's products. Product seeder. It's product seeder. And they just didn't know what is what seeder is. For now, I just tell him that it's product seeder array, but we'll implement base class a bit later and fix it. Okay. And also in the seed module, I need to specify that we depend not only on seed service, but also on product seeder. Okay. Now let's create entry point inside packages zone and call it seed. And how we run it? Nest start, which nest start? Interesting. I'll check how I run it in my. Is it? No, simple. We use test node and just run seed test. src seed, yes.
So we not start full application in that case, or how it works?
Oh, we start full application, but it's another application. So we have main application in main.ts file, and we have another application in seed.ts. That's it.
And to work with CEST, we need to run our main application. That's right.
No, we don't need it. So we just run seed.ts. It's our entry point. And here you create application, you get service, you run method of this service, and you close application. That's it. So,
but if it's like a similar projects, can we use similar commands to run it? For example, to run main application, you use nest start. And can we run seed in similar manner?
That's interesting question. I never tried, but probably I can. Let's just look at the documentation of nest start. Nest start. Come on. Path to this config file.
Entry file.
Oh, entry file.
Yeah,
let's try it. Entry file and its path. Okay. Okay, let's check it out. Unknown option, because it's nest start, I guess, not just nest.
You have to. All right. Okay.
And run runs. Okay. Couldn't find TypeORM boilerplate list. looks like it tries to compile it and then start it, but it fails for some reason.
So you have main.js at that one, alt one for building NestJS application, and that one definitely doesn't have reference to CEST because it's a main application. So maybe you have to specify just CEST, not src CEST.
Let's try. No.
It's interesting why he trying to find.
Oh, not yes, guys. That's how it should be. Because it's JS. After compilation, it's JavaScript, not TypeScript.
Yeah,
JavaScript.
Yeah. How about it? Wow, it worked. And let's look at the login. So it start Nest application, TypeORM module instantiated, seed module dependencies initialized, and then we see that our seeder is actually working. That's we have here in seed service. We log that we seeding particular seed, seeding product seeder. And let's see at the result. I will just open products table. Okay, here we go. We have 2 records here. Great, but not enough. Usually, you don't need just 2 records. You need 200s of records. And what would you do? So you saw that even adding a third item is quite boring. That I need to change these letters and price. So we would like to use some fake data. And to get fake data, we're gonna use Faker.js library. It's here. That's quite nice because it not just give you some random data, but you give not random strings, but strings which are very similar to real data. So like, for example, full name will give you like full name, email gives you email, and so on. And you can see how many useful methods you have here right out of the box. And I'm pretty sure that we can find something for our product name and product description. Let's just, oh, commerce, color, department. We have product, tiles, computers, adjective. Oh, we can have awesome computers. Product description. Yeah, that's great. And probably they have something for price. Yeah. So it has everything we need.
and there is also some useful method. You can find it in helper section.
Helper section.
It's called array element, and you can get random array element from your.
Yeah.
It's very useful sometimes when you can get faker methods for that.
Yeah. So it definitely deserves to look through these categories to get familiar with them. Then you develop products, because it's a quite cool library. Okay, let's try it out. We need to install it, I guess. Yarnet, how it's called? Right. Installation, Faker.js, Faker. Yeah, like this. Okay. And now I guess we can just try it out. Faker? No. Okay. Product? No. Fail. Let's check how we use it. Faker from Faker.js Faker. Oh, it was commerce. Faker, commerce, product name. Faker, commerce, product description, and Faker, commerce, price. It's optional. It should be number. It's not available type number. And price return a string. So I think that we just use number. Type number. And here we need to specify minimum, maximum, and precision. Okay, let's start with 100. 10,000 is precision is like this. Okay, let's run our seeders again. It's quite slow when you're streaming, but usually it's just like a lightning. Okay, great. And we see that we have new three. Oh, yeah, new three products. And they have random product name, product description, and random prices. But we still have these two guys here. And usually it's not what you expect, because you want to clean up everything when you start seeding. And let's see what we can do regarding it. First of all, in our ORM config, we have synchronized true. This is not a good thing, because it will recreate our database every time when we run application. And if we change something in entities. So it's very dangerous, and on production you can just ruin all your data. So I'm gonna disable it here, and but we need this synchronize when we run seeders. It's what we use on dev environment. So let's just add this logic into seed service.
And can we just override this option in seeder config? Config.
Interesting. Can we override it in config? I just want to run, not just run synchronize, because synchronize, it will try to modify your database structure if your entity is changed. So for example, if you haven't changed anything, then it will do nothing. Probably it has some config. No, it's just Boolean. But I want to recreate all the tables and clean everything. Then I run seeders. So I just will use this API connection synchronize, and here drop before sync. Yeah, I will specify true. Why?
The wait.
Wait. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's try. Not too fast.
So it's interesting approach. You're trying to use synchronize API without main synchronize option. Just truncate all tables, right?
So if we pass through here, then it will truncate. It probably drop tables. Just check documentation. Drop before sync. True. It drops the database with all its tables and data. And that's what I want. Okay, and we see that now after seeder we have only fresh data. Okay, awesome. But we want more, not just 3. We have 200.
And sorry, Andrew, if you use drop API method here, where you recreate them?
But synchronize do everything. It just drop what alt, create all new tables based on entities, which we have, and then we fill these entities with our seeders. That's the idea. So synchronize do the whole magic. It will clean up everything and build new fresh database for you, ready for your data. Okay, let's jump back to our product seeder. We want more data here, and Elsa, let's just implement it. Actually, I resolved this helper method inside base class because you will need to generate such data in every of your seeders. So I created seeder TypeScript, which looks like this, and it has a repeat method. And what it does, it just run usual loop and invoke a method. Oh, let's see how I use it.
Yes, hairy.
Yes, looks hairy. Agree.
Maybe the first time we can just implement some cycle to create big data.
Yeah, but so without this method, just imagine what you do every time. So you have some result, and in our case, products, and you push. What's wrong? ID is missing. Not product, but partial. We use data. Okay, like this, and this is okay, I guess. It looks simple. Let's just drop it here. I want abstract class only for to describe that I need seed method. So probably interface is enough. Seeder interface. Introduce interface.
Yes, small typo with G.
Yes, yes. Interface. And I want to include seed method, which return promise. Right. That's it. And yes. Okay.
So when we provide interface here, it's specified that we need to describe seed method. Right?
Yeah, so if we don't have it here, it will TypeScript will show us that we not implemented the seeder correctly. And the idea is that we have a lot of seeders and the seed service collecting them here. Yeah, and I do like this. So I just specify that seeders is a array of something which implements seeder interface, and it means that here we can safely run seed methods. Because if I just specify that seeders is array, it's just okay. It first will blame us here, and then come on. It should show the error here because it should know what is seeder. Oh, it thinks that seeder is any. That's the problem. Okay, but anyway, we need the seeder interface, and now it still didn't understand what is seeder. Come on. Then oh, it doesn't understand what is. No, it understands bluebird, but it doesn't have methods for each method. I guess we need to install types. Yarn add.
What you're trying to achieve now?
Just a moment. So see, I'm trying to check what is a seed method. I'm trying to look at the documentation, and it shows me that there is no documentation found. And that's not what I expected, because TypeScript should perfectly understand what seed is. And something went wrong. Because I don't want to specify that seeder is actually the interface. Then it will understand everything. But
you want to get it by default?
Yes, I want TypeScript to work here. Not. And the problem is that TypeScript didn't understand what is each method of Bluebird. Promise is Bluebird. Okay, let's not spend time on it right now. Okay, let's drop this one and this one. And actually, I need to export this interface. Okay, we have only 10 minutes, but I think that this is it. We implemented seeders, and we can create new entities quite fast. And I will just try to add another module and another seed. So let's say that we have buyers. Oh, 1 moment. There's our README. I remember that we had a plan. Okay. There we go. Yeah, we have products, and we have users and orders. Oh, and orders consist of products, I guess. Yeah, and that's what I will just quickly implement to see how it works and how fast you can develop using this setup. So we just copy products and call it orders. Okay.
Maybe we can implement something with relation to products.
Yes,
because
yes.
in my opinion,
Orders will have several products. It's one-to-many relation. Okay, now we just rename all the files. Yes. Series, and now we just do replace. We looking for product and replace it to order. Case it's sensitive. Place all, place, and we do another replacements and replace product. This product.
copy paste.
Yeah, copy paste is fastest way to develop. And you see that we have ready to go orders module with orders series, orders controller, and orders entity. And let's just specify that order has products. And one too many. Okay, one too many. TypeORM. Okay. Type function target. Denise, do you remember?
No, I don't. I need to see how it works.
Yeah, I already looked at example. Here. Here. And we specify how to get order from products. So products. Product order. And now we do the same for order of products. Product entity. It's related to order. Has type order. And it's many to one. Oh, it's actually many to many because we can have. Oh no, yeah, no. Okay, let's just go with minute one for now. Perfect. Okay, like this. 20. And now we need to add orders module to our application. App module. Orders module. Okay, let's just run it and see that we have orders API ready. Come on, computer. Error, address in use. That's great. Used by what?
You already have start dev.
Oh, I
script.
have run another project. Just a moment. I will stop it. Oh no, it's yeah. Oh, start dev. Oh, yeah, sorry. Thank you, Denise. Okay, let's check orders. 500. There's no boilerplate relation. Boilerplate orders.
Yeah, because you should edit.
Oh, it's yeah. So now we just simply don't have in database. So I will run Cedar without any modification. Seed. Come on, run.
And you have synchronize option false now, and how it will affect on database.
Yeah, but in seed service, if you remember.
Yeah, we use
Yes.
synchronize API.
It's true. So it should create all the tables for us.
Mm-hmm. It's sitting just product zero.
Cedar, yes, but entities, it just read all the entities in the config. If we check ORM config, then you see that it's just looking for all the entities. And it found orders table, and it just has ID because we don't have any properties. And most interesting, in products table, we now have order ID column. Oh, and you see that 100 products already generated, but without orders. And we actually have only 2 minutes, so I think that we need to wrap up. And I probably will finish this example and just push it to GitHub repo, so you will be able to check how you work these relations in Cedars. But I think that we reached our goal. We have a database and it's filled, and we describe everything as the same way as our common Nest application. So we have seed module, we have services which include like main business logic, and we just add particular seeders. And inside seeders, you can use all the Nest features which it provides, like dependency injection, and you can use any code from your main application if you need it inside seeders. So that's it. I will switch to our translation to dialogue. So guys, any comments?
Awesome. Yeah, awesome, Andrei, Denise, thanks a lot. Yeah, I have a few, just 2 questions, I think, at this point. First of all, yeah, do you think you're gonna continue on this project if that's what you're planning? What's gonna be the next step?
I think we haven't covered interesting moment of these migrations, and probably we can add a couple of files and deploy this project with Kubernetes. Probably it will be interesting.
Yeah, sounds good. And also, I don't know if you can or you want to announce a next session, because we had a dialogue before.
Yeah, I think that the next session should be super interesting because Alexei, my friend, will tell about his experience about creating an application for recognizing symbols and actually anything which you can draw, and it's about machine learning and how you train the program to recognize different things. So
Awesome.
and I hope that Igor will join and ask questions from Alexei. It should be a hot
Okay.
discussion.
So probably next Saturday then.
Yeah. Cool. So see you guys, and subscribe to our channel. Give us like and check out our Twitters.
Yeah.
And have a good
All
weekend.
right. Thanks a lot and have a productive Saturday. Have a good weekend.